Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, Brian Menny clearly wasn't happy with his Palmyra team's finish and its late breakdown in a collapse against Marion County. He described the aftermath of such to me as a bit of a come to Jesus for his squad. Would that take root tonight? Taking on Highland tonight in the first round of the Highland tournament. That meant dealing with the big fella, Austin Rich Miller, who was beasting up like DeMarcus Cousins in the low block tonight. Great take for him, Rich Miller, with 13 points in the first half. Palmyra with answers, particularly Trevor Menny, who was red hot in the first quarter. Menny again, spin cycle and good. He had 13 points alone in the first quarter. Back and forth we'd go. More from Rich Miller. This kid, just a tremendous post player, makes a big difference when he's in the lineup for Highland. However, at the other end, look at Caleb Kaiser, big force off the bench tonight, finished with 13 points, great steal for him. And then things got going nicely for Palmyra. This is Brock Butler off the nice pass from Caleb Kaiser, knocking down the triple. Great stuff as Palmyra extends to a 10-point lead. At that point, Jack Nyson and Highland trying to make a comeback. Pretty move for Mr. Nyson. Just too much of the Panthers in this ball game as Basil Keller and company take care of business. They get the win by 20. 80-60 is your final. Trevor Menny with 28 points. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, trying to draw a game with Palmyra, Knox County and Clark. High drama at the end of this thing. Royce Poor fouled and trying to put the game away with two free throws. The first one good, extends Knox's lead to 57-53. The second one, not so good. And then Mr. Harper at the other end. Are you kidding me with a three to get it down to a 1-point game with 6.5 seconds left? So the Indians must foul. They send Royce Poor back to the line. He hits the first one, makes it a 58-56 game. The second one, no. 6 seconds to get the ball down the floor. A magnificent attempt, thwarted by great defense at the other end by the Eagles. Knox County gets the win 58-56. Brady Johnson leading the way in this one with 16 points and 8 boards. Hannibal and Macon on the other side of the bracket. Late start on that game will get you a score on the internet because we do not yet have a final. Hannibal-Macon winner would draw the winner of Canton-South Shelby. This one escalated quickly. Cameron Durst starting off would be a 9-0 run for the Tigers in this ball game. It would just get pretty much more drastic from there. Great steal right here by Brandon Bearhorse. Going to hook up with Tyler Neiman. I mentioned the Neiman's great night for Tyler, 19 points. Not as good as his sister, though. More on that in a second. More to come. Cameron Durst pushing tempo. All these guys can push tempo. And look at the finish there by Brandon Bearhorst. As I mentioned, great night for Tyler Neiman. Going to hit the little pop-up jump shot, which he's so good at, from about 8 feet. Then Neiman and Logan Brown kind of hooking up on some transition fun. It's Neiman kicking ahead. Or actually, this is Logan Brown kicking ahead to Neiman. I got ahead of myself because we're going to reverse polarity in a second. This time it'll be Neiman kicking ahead to Logan Brown. All Canton in this ball game as the Tigers advance into the championship semifinal. 70-35 is your final there. Elsewhere in Missouri tonight, just one other score to pass along at Clopton tonight. Louisiana looks every bit the 1 seed, beating Barat Academy 69-52. Dalen Green with 21 points for the victorious Bulldogs. Makeup game in Illinois tonight at the hangar between Macomb and West Hancock. Reno Pinkston's team down at the half, trying to rally back. Macon was having, or excuse me, I should say Macomb was having none of it. Damone Doyle with the tap away, Jacob Billiter at the other end, pretty finger roll, and it would just get wider, the margin from there. Blake Louderman had himself another big night. Nobody hits the corner three better than Blake Louderman. He had 17 points in the night to lead the way. West Hancock, though, still fighting in this one to not allow separation. Devin Lee Rings with a three of his own right here. Too much Louderman, as I mentioned. 17 points. He'll hit threes from anywhere. And eventually the kick out here would find his hands as the Macomb Bombers get the victory tonight over West Hancock. Doing it nicely in this one. 54-36 was your final on the night. Couple of girls' scores to pass along. First, one more Illinois boys' score to pass along tonight. Tough go of it for Griggsville Perry, who's kind of hit a bit of a skid of late after that big win at Carrollton. The Tornadoes end up losing 72-58 tonight to North Green at home. Now some girls' scores for you tonight. Not many of them, but at the Clopton tournament, Monroe City gets knocked off by the powerhouse that is Silex by 26. 52-26 your final there. And a nice win tonight for the West Prairie Lady Cyclones, who knock off Princeville. 49-30 is your final. One college score to pass along as well. Southeastern Community College jumps all over Ellsworth tonight to get the victory in this one. 65-54 was your final. Big night in that one for Champale Gray, who led the way with 16 points. Finally tonight, Western Illinois at home. J.D. Gravina sporting the bow tie look? Kind of snazzy look right there. Kind of snazzy play tonight from Tori Neiman. I mentioned her earlier. Tori, horrid tonight, so to speak, as she would have her best night ever as a collegiate ball player. Career high 31 points on 13 of 15 shooting, no less. And as you can see, St. Francis was powerless to stop Miss Torrey in the low blocks in this one. We show you Torrey in triplicate, if you will. 31 points for her to lead the way. Huge night for Western Illinois. Back-to-back 100-point games for the first time in program history. 121 points tonight overall. That is the second highest total in program history, as Western leaves no doubt and blows out tonight. Absolutely blows out St. Francis. 121 to 52 was your final net ball game.
Okay, and you weren't kidding. The Neiman's, they can play some ball.
Just a little bit, can't they?